All right. So like, so we start having a conversation, and she says to me, she says, I feel, what are your experiences when speaking about religion, if you don't mind me asking? And I politely said back to her, I said, in my history of this topic, in my conversations with people, I never truly give an opinion. I'm kind of a troll, so I don't take many things serious. I don't know. You guys know me for a long time. This doesn't happen. So, in the midst of this, when I start saying things I may not agree with, in comparison to religion, well, I don't even say my opinion yet. I'm just saying something, like at least I don't give my stance on what my religious priorities are. But once I say something that I may not agree with, or, it might not even be bad. Maybe I just say something along the lines of, okay, well, the Bible has been rewritten however many times, and I want to read it in the original text. Lo and behold, I start getting screamed at. People attacked me, just over something as small as, I didn't even say anything crazy yet. And then, for me, afterwards, I'm going to antagonize you. I don't have a choice.
Right.
Because we
You
didn't,
don't have a choice.
because you just attacked me. And I didn't even say anything crazy yet. So if we're going to continue this conversation, I have to antagonize you. And now I'm going to try to put down your religion. It's now my goal to make you feel like you can't trust yourself. I have been successful at this many times. I don't know if I've failed not one time. And I have done this a lot. Okay. So with this new moves, a lot. No, this has happened a lot. This has happened a lot. It's really bad. I think at some point,
Lord have mercy. See what I
honestly,
did there?
yeah, no, I'll see what you're doing. I see, honestly, guys, I don't know if I should say this, but, I'm starting to think, no, seriously, I might be in a problem. But I digress. So the point of the cover, don't
Got you,
clap, you
brother.
piece of, all right. So, in the midst of this, I'm explaining this to her. I'm like, I get attacked. And she says to me, she's like, I would like to apologize to you on behalf of those situations because, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't want to speak for her because she was very eloquent in the way that she spoke. And I wouldn't want to misquote her because I'm not the most religious person. And she's like, if they're truly divine in their faith, something along the lines of this, it was very beautiful, then it is against their purpose and the point of religion to do that to someone. That's not what's supposed to happen. And I looked at her as I'm looking at both of you right now and said, I've thought that this whole time. If people were like you, I wouldn't have to antagonize someone because I thought the same thing. I didn't know I was supposed to get yelled at because I don't agree with somebody. This is crazy. So she said that, and then she brings the whole conversation back up with everybody. And you know what she did?
What did she do? I need to know.
Was side by side with me in the conversation and defended. I didn't even really say any. I didn't really make any choice, but she said, and she stood there and said, regardless of what your decision is, and they should respect your decision. And it was a long conversation, so I'm going to paraphrase to not want to speak about religion. But even if you are not all the way in agreement, they should listen to and not persecute you. And I sat there. I think I fell in love. I think it almost made me want to go to church. I almost said, I want to learn her version of her faith because I've never had a conversation like this, guys. This is crazy. I think my mother would be proud because I don't know if you guys know this. My family, like my mother's family and my mom, well, actually, my dad told me his family went to church too. I said, what? Seriously? Wow. But my mother and her family, especially our southern family, they all go to church. And this made me a little bit more because wherever she went to church, they taught her the right things. So far, I have nothing to antagonize her about for religious reasons yet. I'm gonna find one. I know if this comes up again, I know there's gonna be something. Because if I feel slightly offended, I'm gonna go. I take it too far. But
It's
and
the
then she
look
told
on
me,
Moba's face for me during this entire conversation that he's just like, right,
Mind
my
you,
guy. Yes.
This is at work. When they supposed to be working. This is what they
Mind you,
doing.
why would you say
Crazy.
that?
Crazy.
We were working. We were working on modules. It's online. I was working. Shut up. But in the midst of this, she taught me that word, agape. It's a beautiful word. And I've never had this happen before. I don't even, and honestly, I know this is surprising. I don't, I don't usually.
What does that word mean?
I'm about to tell you, but I definitely. You think if someone tried to teach me something, most people I think are stupid. Like I think a lot of humans are just. But she piques my interest. I think she's very intelligent. I actually looked up this word. You know, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now. It was beautiful. I didn't even know. Well, I
The
can't say what
word
I'm
of
about
the
to say.
evening is agape.
Agape.
And the meaning is?
Here we go. It's it's the highest form of love. Think about this. God, no, seriously, guys. Oh, this is beautiful. The highest form, and she has great handwriting because she wrote it. Yeah, I'm not gonna read.
Sir, I'm going to ask you, what
All
is the
right, sorry.
definition, please?
Okay. The highest form of love, a selfless, unconditional, and sacrificial love that acts intentionally for another, another's highest good, regardless of their response. And that's why she said, and that's why she stood there and defended me and helped me through this trifling ass time I was about to have to go through and probably get thrown out this state for what I was gonna do if this religion conversation continued. And wow, you know, I think this girl has something. She has that's potential right there. I truly think so. Crazy. Anyway, guys, how you guys doing today?
I'm swell. I'm hanging. It's another brisk, chilly evening for that matter. The streets are full of ambulances and cop cars. I can't complain. It's life
That's
at its finest.
yeah, that
It's
sounds
wonderful.
yeah. Guys, I think we all gotta move. Now I want to see what goes on. Now, if this doesn't work out, with me pursuing this person, no, we out of here. We're on to our next destination soon. I gave it 2 years tops.
For
But if this works,
2 years?
you said what?
2 years?
Oh yeah, 2 years. I thought you said New Jersey. I said I'm never going back.
Oh gosh. And with that being said, welcome to another episode of the Freeform Anecdote, the twin casted podcast where we take all of our obvious therapy sessions, invite you, and broadcast them to literally all of you.
Yeah, and honestly, you guys got a little tidbit into my current love life journey. We're trying. I was told that I'm more of a relationship guy. Now, this is conflicting because today, some random people in my training class who I don't know that well, I've only known these guys for a week. The guy next to me, he's a good guy. I'm not going to say his name, but he said, you give off hoe. And I was just like, you can give that off? I was like, I don't even know if you're like, I don't know if you should say that. But, apparently I'm a relationship guy. So I'm trying, I'm trying, guys. So that's what the intro was about.
I love that. I love that. That was beautiful. Moba, thoughts, please. Any
I think a
thoughts?
person can definitely give off of, for sure.
I don't think that's what she was asking you for the record, but continue.
I mean, that's a thought. That is a penny for a
Yeah.
thought, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
But while we have Moba, hi Moba, it's so nice to see you. How was your day? How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Doing
Glad
better
to
than
be here.
ever?
Better. I woke up.
Step in the right direction. For sure. But do you mind introducing yourself a little bit? And Justin, if you want to chime in, let's get a nice little story of how y'all met.
Yeah, I'll keep it under 5 minutes. Go ahead, Moba.
How we met. Both grew up in Jersey, Piscataway. We
You
lived
grew up on
around the
my
corner,
block.
I guess. It was my block.
conflicting stories.
Growing up, I was more so friends with his brother, and time moved, time went on. We just started hanging out more. Cause on our block, at least, like all the kids would go to the park, meet up, like we all hung out with one another, and then we just grew closer over time. Just now we're out here in North
Ass,
Carolina together.
ass whoopings really grow a friendship, man. I don't know how many times I've had to really school him in basketball for us to really get
How many
where
times?
we, well,
How many times?
I wouldn't want to put a number on it. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to. Okay. I mean,
But
well,
isn't that funny though? If you really think about it, you're not the only ones that I've heard that literally, like, the first time y'all met each other, it's either you wanted to beat the living daylights out of each other, or there was some form of like hatred that came with it. And then after all that ship had sailed, now you floated to your destination of being best buds. It's interesting.
I think he knew better than to try something crazy like that, but probably was a little bit of that.
we're supposed to have a peaceful show. I'm gonna let that one slide. And Moba is a very kind human being. As we got older, because when we were younger, he's kind of a dick. I don't know if you knew this about yourself, but
That's
but
abrasive.
no, he was very because he was taller than me. I don't know, like he was just he treated me like a man. And shit, I can't say that. Believe that. All right, anyway, he treated me like a short person, and I just felt like he thought because he was taller than me, he was better than me. This is in my story. This is how this happened. But once
Better than
once
you
we
at
got
what?
what happened.
Better than you at what?
Well, let's not put specifics. So anyway, as we got older, Moba was a very kind human being. He's one of the few, and actually, I want to say the first genuine person in my age bracket, and honestly, probably overall as a male, that we were able to have more vulnerable conversations and emotional conversations. And that's something that a lot of men don't really have, especially at a young age. And our relationship has blossomed from then. And at this moment in time, we're also co-owners of, well, I guess split triples. I don't know. Owners of 12 East. This I don't know. It's a someone might get kicked off, but let's just say three of us right now. But anyway, me, Moba, and another person are technically co-owners of 12 East Entertainment. 12 East Entertainment, which is the record label entertainment company that hosts and puts out all of our music. And obviously, we live together right now. And he brought me to another state to save me from all the crash out shit I was doing in New Jersey. So he clearly cares about my life because I'll be honest, like, no, seriously, I don't know if you know this. Not to say I wouldn't have done it for Moba, because I actually like Moba, but I wouldn't have done that for someone else. I wouldn't have done what he did. He cares about me. It's rare. I'm not an easy person to like sometimes. I don't know if you guys can tell. And God's still working on me. God's working on
Hey,
me.
we're healing every day. Every day we heal, and
That's
we
what I'm
get
saying.
better every day.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure. But since you guys are business partners, how did you guys come up with the concept?
Take that one.
Okay. So even since I was in middle school, I want to say, Moba has heard my writing for music and always supported me. One of the few people to really always stand by an opinion of saying, now, I will say back in the day, he said I couldn't sing. This was a thing for a while. So, gracefully we evolved, but he always supported my writing. And he thinks that, I don't know how to phrase this, but again, just the support aspect. And with me being able to write my album and him hearing the songs and obviously joining the bandwagon of realizing, yo, this guy's good. He can sing and now he raps. Now I'm nice, guys. Again, God working on me. I get better and better each day. I gotta practice. But with that,
The sky's opening up a little bit more each day for you,
that's what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
And with that, and with the other artists, including yourself, Miss Natrose, and Silver Hayes, Oz, Moba And again, another version of this is the fact that he cares about my well-being so much. He knows how stressed I was dealing with other artists and writing the music and coming up with concepts, everything. I was trying to set up shows. And I don't even remember how the conversation really happened, but he broached the idea of saying, I can do that part. I can talk to the other artists so you can take less off your plate. And Moba has always been a business oriented guy and a respectable guy. And I know it's just someone where we can talk things out. It's not really it's not something where we're going to butt heads, especially business wise. We communicate very well. We always have. So him being able to take that load off is how this idea came. He's like, I can do that part for you. And then we started talking about actually making the label because I knew I had already wanted to make a label because I didn't want to just be putting things out through Jackie distribution and everything. I wanted to at least channel it through a respectable place to be able to have a business profile, things like that, and bring more to the table, especially with the artists that I write for, because this way we have it underneath one thing that this is our stuff. And that's when he came into play.
Yeah, I'd say Justin was really the mastermind of it. He's very passionate about music and he wants to bring all of his friends along with him. All the people that he knows makes music. He's always wanted to help them out, make music for them, and then kind of like put them on. And me, so I'm more so interested like in the business side of it. So I just think it was a good balance with him on the music side and then me being more so on the back end side.
So if any of you get let go, it's because Moba said so. That's what I just heard. What do you think? I mean that.
I love that. It's because Moba said so. I
Yeah.
love that so much. Do you guys, what's the word? Are you guys excited for your future endeavors to see what you guys can do with this? See how it can grow?
Then sky's the limit. Honestly, we got two people that's gonna put in the work, meeting new people every day.
I'm super excited. I will say, since I came down here, and especially being able to work with Moba while he again helps me out with the musical side as well. Moba has a really good ear, and he can sing himself. He's trying to be modest a little bit, not be a little. But since I've been down here, I feel like I've been writing the best music ever, and I just feel like I'm growing a lot, and I know his influence helped a lot with that too. So I'm excited. I think that the next project and just everything that we have going on is going to be really good, especially once we get to work with other artists, but just I know for me personally, the music that we are, because he's very influential on this project I'm working on right now. I think that I think it's going to be something special.
So not me just finding out that Moba sings. Moba, you sing and you didn't speak on that at all?
But I guess
You got a little flair, little
little
something. Well, I'm excited for you both. This should be. I'm definitely. I mean, obviously, I've been a part of this journey from the far end of it, but I'm excited to see what you guys have lined up and what y'all are gonna be working on as the business grows. What you guys learn to do with it and how you can expand it. But since we're on the topic of music, Moba, I wanted to get your thoughts on the songs of choice that we're choosing to talk about today. Because I know there's a lot that we can unpack with it, especially when it comes down to these specifically. It's like blending situationships and relationships. What you don't know what to look for, but you do know what to look for. Settling, all that fun stuff. So,
was there a question?
well, there was no question. I was just saying, like, I just wanted to know your thoughts, like, on the two songs that we picked.
So
I know you. I mean, you obviously like, yeah, you obviously like a good chunk of the album. So, like, you know, just some thoughts. Give me a little something. Why do you like these two that we're talking about?
well, to be specific, the two songs that we are discussing today are Pull Up Remix and Till the Cops Come Knockin',
Yeah.
both featuring my bestie Westie, Christine, whose voice is absolutely amazing. You know, it's crazy. There's a regular version of Pull Up too, Mo, but why'd you pick the remix specifically? That's it's crazy.
I just liked the blend with you two in it, honestly. The sonically, it sounds good. Y'all sound real good together. Honestly, good combination. You know, it's just a bop, honestly. That's one of my favorite songs on.
No, it is a bop. I can fully attest. I do like that song a lot. I like the remix. Oh, I like both. Don't get it twisted, but the remix,
Hey, clean it
has
up.
its flair as it being a remix. So,
Hey, threw that one in there. Yeah, I like the other one too. Yeah, clean it up. I like that. Thank you. No, Christine,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Christine is the most talented artist I've ever worked with, and she keeps doing these favors for me, giving me, being able to do it with the remix because she wasn't the original person on the remix actually, and then Till the Cops Come Knockin, which I wrote specifically for me and her. So she keeps doing these favors for me. I'm happy that she's lending me her voice and her talents, and that we got to make something special. Pull Up remix and Pull Up. Both versions are phenomenons that people actually really enjoy. Everywhere I go, that those two songs are always the ones.
For a fact. I can see that too. I mean, I'm not with you every day for, you to get your compliments, but I do like that you have obviously the male version of it, and then you have your duet with with Christine, which is really, really nice too. So, I mean, to be able to bounce off the original and make it more powerful, it's like you gave it that extra oomph, which is sick. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorites. So,
Until the
but
cops
it
stop
also
knocking.
opens up a can of worms too, in a way that both songs that we talk about, it's kind of like you take Pull Up Remix. This is like the first initial thought processing, and then you can kick it till the cops come knocking. And it's kind of like it kind of is just like not a full circle. I don't want to say full circle, but it's kind of like where you
A
start
progression.
to where you end, like progression.
Yeah.
That's
The cops stop come knocking. That's like one of those that gotta be on the playlist. So like you can shorty pull up, you know, that's one where it just sets the mood. Like it sets the tone on where the night's going. And honestly, like you were saying, the whole album, it just kind of that progression of it, I think, is really unique in a way. It's like it is kind of like a full circle moment, like where the night begins.
I'm gonna shed a tear, guys. You guys saw the vision. That was the goal. I'm really happy that we all could. This was a lot of work. Honestly speaking, that was the actual intended goal of the album. And in a sense, these two songs were supposed to be combined in that way. Now, granted, the track list was a little different. Till the Cops Come Knockin' was always supposed to end my album. Now, obviously, the original album, when it was 11 songs, Till the Cops Come Knockin' was on it. We weren't able to finish it in time. There was a lot going on. The remix, I started off I mean, not the, Come the Deluxe, I started off that part of the album with it because that was supposed to end the original story. So it starts off the closing of the chapters of Exhale. And that song, well, just to tell the story and Pull Up, speaking about, well, obviously I want a girl to come over, but I'm also just expressing to the lady of choice, hey, there's a lot going on. You got people in your ear, they're idiots. And we need to figure this out. And honestly speaking, honestly, are you really going to trust what they're saying? You don't know if what they're telling you is true. Do they have proof? Did they see me with this person that they're saying I was with? If you can't prove it, I really don't know what we're talking about. But not no, but anyway, all jokes aside, it really was that. It's about bringing in the fact that outside noises can't fix what's going on the inside. We have to figure out a way to navigate ourselves as we get older, as we go through these different journeys. And I made this into a really pop song, which is interesting. How technically it's really somber, but like Moba said, the whole album is a story of a lot of different situations and a really. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the intro of this episode. My love life is insane. Doesn't I don't. This is hard. This is hard to talk about. So doing this whole album, and we start with Pull Up. Yeah, it's just about the hope that we can find a way to work our way through this without everyone else in our ears, parents, friends, tearing us down. Just in a pop fun way, and everyone just be jumping around talking about Pull Up. This is not a good song, but if you do pull up, When we get to them boots, till the cops come knocking. Oh, I'm sorry, you want me to keep going? Okay.
No, no, no. You're totally fine. You don't have to keep going. If that's what you got to say, that's what you got to say. But I think the one line that I, after like re-listening to everything, ah, I loved re-listening to everything. I missed the album very dearly ever since it got taken down for absolutely no reason. If I have to think of like the one line that really hit, wasn't actually like a line that was sang. It's literally what you started with for Pull Up. I think I underestimated what love really is, but it doesn't mean I still don't believe. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, this
Because
is why
that's,
I'm
I
single.
feel like it's very relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm single. Keep making mistakes like this. Well, I mean, no, and from a vulnerable place, I was in a relationship when I wrote that line too. Interesting enough, but I was still, I don't have trouble communicating, but I have trouble feeling as though, I don't want to say trust because that's not really the right way to phrase this. I don't always believe that people, my life has been very crazy. I don't always think that people are going to be there forever, which is interesting because I have two of my long-term friends that I've known forever with me here on this podcast. But I don't always think, especially in my relationship like that, people are going to be here forever. And what I've seen from love, now granted, my parents have been married for 30 something years at this point. Um, my what I've seen in love and my experience of love, I believe in it. I don't necessarily know if I believe in it for me, even though I would love it. All jokes aside, we do say I'm a relationship guy. I'd rather be with one person. I'd rather be cut down. But I am never too sure. Maybe that was because I didn't understand a healthy way to be loved. I don't know if I've ever seen it in that sense for myself or experienced it in that sense for myself. And I'm gonna leave out upbringing from that point. But that line of what you just said, um, I believe in it. I don't know what it will look like for me. So when I've had it on occasions, post it, it's easier for me to realize when I was with someone who was really good and parts that they were doing for me that maybe I thought were a little shady. And then I come to realize, like, oh, it's healthy. That's actually what someone should do when they like you. And it's not something that I'm used to. And it throws me off. And then if something bad happens, now I'm sitting here like, dang, was she trying to manipulate me? Like, did she buy me that? So there's a lot, it's a lot of just toxic traits I have to get out. And that line brings that in.
It's deep, but it's true. Moba, what you got? What you think?
Yeah, I definitely relate to that line. I don't know if I know what love is, but like definitely, I know what love is because I got people that love me in my life, but I don't know what a relationship love like should be like exactly because I've been in relationships as well, didn't work out, so it's like I don't know if I'm gonna keep going back doing the same things or switch it up or like I don't know. So right now I'm just shit. If it finds me, it's gonna find me. That's how I feel about it.
Do you guys feel like you're still on a path of like your self journey when it comes down to like trying to truly understand what you want in a person? Because I feel like it's tough because I feel like, yeah, like I understand the definition of love, I feel like is very different now than I feel like the way it was perceived to us growing up, where we're looking for that old time love, but we can't find it because people don't know what it is.
And we're not in old times anymore. I think,
No.
say again, Mo?
And I said definitely not in old times. Like the
Yeah.
rules have changed. They're not the same.
I
It
think,
seems like nobody really knows what the rules are.
yeah, it varies obviously person to person. To answer your question, my one of my favorite artists is Money Long, and she has a line. She said, I thought that I'd be married by 25. Time is ticking. I'm worried I'll be alone in my 30s, and I'm 26. So now I'm sitting here like, whoa, that's pretty close. I've been making fun of people for a long time about turning 30 or getting close to it. I have to round up now. So if we're being honest, I think I'm gonna settle. Either that or be Nick Cannon. It really depends on, you know, what happens in the next however time. Now, I will say in therapy, my therapist frowned upon everything I just said. We'll see. And I tend to listen to my therapist. She was awesome. So in my own journey, I'll say I did a lot of growing. I took 2025 really accept all of my flaws and accept the fact that I have been neglecting trying to heal from it because of stress and just thinking I can carry the load. And that rubbed off on people that I care about a lot in such bad ways. I didn't like it, and I wasn't proud of myself. I wasn't happy with the person I was becoming. So that self-reflecting journey that I basically took the full year, February to, I'm still, and at this point, I'm still doing work every single day, exercise every single day, just trying to analyze things I have to work on. That at this point, I'm no longer that boy who carried all that trauma. There is a lot of things that I still have to fix. But I'm no longer the person who has a set idea of what I want. I wanted to be married at by before 25, and all of that is gone. It's past it. I can't go back. I can't. So the ideas and everything I had at that time, those were a kid's dream, but I'm not a kid anymore. So everything for me at this point is brand new, and I just have to look at it from a sense of it's new. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I'm still gonna go for. I used to date people for personality. Might settle for someone that looks good, but we'll see. Um, I don't know if I don't know if I will or how I will go about the dating process. I don't know. I've never been 26 before. I've never been in this state before to try to date and things like that. So it's all from a new perspective, and I'm just taking it with open arms. I'm just gonna go day by day, and what's in front of me, I'll just see and grow and just learn what I do and don't like, and hopefully something falls in my lap. If not, Nick Cannon, Mo.
Already did. I don't even like the word settle. Like, I don't like that word. I don't believe it. What do you mean when you say settle?
Well, you're older than me. Just, no, I mean,
Like, what do you mean?
well,
Well,
I
I
don't.
feel
I don't
like
believe it.
let me interject real quick because I feel like a lot of people take settling as getting too comfortable. I feel like when you are in something, right? There's no level of no one wants you to just be comfortable with them. Like yes, they want you to be comfortable with them as a person, but once you fully get just comfortable with somebody, it's like super hard to keep the spark alive. Like you want excitement. You want to constantly keep learning about somebody. I feel like and once you settle and just not only settle with them but settle with yourself, I don't know. I just feel like you're not expanding, you're not growing. Again, like I feel like when you're with somebody it's like, "Oh, you want to enhance each other." So I guess I would kind of take it as like I don't like the word settling either, but I feel like settling has a really bad connotation to just
I meant it in a bad way.
being being extremely like comfortable, and no one wants to just be comfortable.
Oh no,
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
yeah, no, I meant it in a bad way. Like I'm just gonna, like I'm gonna find someone that I could just like manipulate and just do it up, like get what I want, and just make sure like I'm settled down. That's what I meant. Like if I if this doesn't work out, guys, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna find a way to be happy with what I got going. At that point, I'm not gonna care about that. So hopefully we don't get to that point, guys. Hey, but that's what I'm saying, right? But then the other alternative of being Nick Cannon, I don't want a baby. I want baby mothers. My parents would be very disappointed, more than likely. Well, see, that's the other problem. Because I love kids, but I'm not rich. So we're really at a crossroads right now. So I would hope I don't want to settle for just anybody. Like, what if she's stupid? Oh wait, shit, bleep. I can't say that. That was too far. Anyway, but bleeping that either. All right. Anyway, not the point. No, I would hope not to have to settle for someone just to be in a relationship. I feel like that might be something I end up doing because I was so picky throughout my whole life. But these are just toxic. But these are like toxic traits I really have to actively or to not do to just be in a relationship. I don't think I don't think I'm at the place where I want to just settle. I know in my mind it does battle because I really don't like. This is the first time in my life where I actually don't like being alone. It's very weird, and maybe it's because I never really had to be alone. So when I started my dating life at like around 13, everything, I've kind of always had someone interested in me, or I'm interested in somebody, or I could just. And I was pretty popular, so I was meeting people. This time around, I'm new. I'm in a new state. There's not too many people. That's not true either. There are people on my phone. They just suck. Well, they're not on my phone, but they trying. Get them out of here. Anyway, um, but it's just to the point where I really just I want someone who, to your point, I don't get bored with, that I like talking to. I know in the relationships that I did have, I've had about two or three. I genuinely like talking to that person, and I thought for their intelligence, I loved it. I loved hearing that we could talk about anything, and it turned into a really great conversation. So I'm hoping that I find a situation like that again, and it grows, but in a different way this time around. Yep, we'll see.
think it's interesting that you did mention how like when you're 13, when at least like your experiences of getting playing the field in that way. When you were 13, it was kind of just like, it was a little bit easier. And then now being at our age where we are, I'm 26. I mean, like the dating pool is different, very different, where it's harder to even, make friends now because we have so many different thoughts and opinions on the world and on everyday life that it's like, all right, well, I was able to like you because you also like the sky's blue. Like we both see the sky's blue. Now it's like, no, the sky's blue, but there's like a little bit of orange, maybe a little bit of purple. I'm talking about a sunset.
Mhm.
Like you get a little bit of everything. And then the person that you also thought saw the same thing, they're like, no. There's a solar eclipse outside. Like, I don't know what, so there's like a lot of differences. I remember I was talking to a family member of mine maybe over the holiday break, and she was telling me because she was also getting back into the dating pool too, and she had made a really good note. She's like, when I date now, it's completely different than your thought processing on how you date. Like you get to a point where those super hard hitting questions like play a really big role versus when you were like, if you're dating at 28 versus when you were dating at 21, it's completely different. So
Yeah,
I
I
feel
was,
like now we all fall into the category of like, do we, as you, when you get old, as you get older, it's either you know what you want or you don't know what you want still. It's like riding a fine line of 50-50. It's either one way or the other.
I think your expectations shorten as you get older, for sure.
Hmm.
Mel, you want to go first? Because I'm elongating everything I say.
I just feel like it's more complicated than that. Like, I don't know. That's why, because I feel like I've gone at it with like I know exactly what I want, and that didn't work. I just feel like it's more really I'm more so focused on just working on myself. Honestly, I feel like that's a better approach even than just searching. I feel like, and obviously I don't know because I'm just doing it, but I feel like me doing it will bring me what I want. Honestly, just staying intentional in myself and just kind of attracting.
Way to look at it. I will say, now the reason I'm
We'll
single is
see if
kind
it
of,
works.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, we're gonna hope for the best, buddy. Or you and I could have great summers for a little bit. Hey, you have great years. Hey, hey, Mo, you can be outside, but we don't gotta. We don't gotta. We can stay single for a little bit. We ain't. You know what we do. We two dark skinned brothers. It's go. We can do. Hey. Now I will say uh, a lot to what you said in terms of just working on yourself. Because I will say a good part of the reason why I'm single right now, post my last relationship, might have been. God, I don't. It's hard to. It's not easy to get out, but I think it might have been me. A lot of it, maybe not a lot, but there's portions. that I could have did better on. I don't know if I would have. Man, that was like my breath just left my body. Anyway, um, throw that shit out. Now, yeah, prior to this is the first time in my life. Although technically there are still people that are trying to get my attention. I just keep not answering my phone. This is the first time in my life where there's like not as many people that are trying to get my attention. I feel like this is what must be what people go through on a regular basis. I've never had the experiences. It's like less than 10. That's insane. At one time, like people have to do this on a regular basis. Oh, what's the name called me earlier and said, you know, you've been through this before. This is what high school like. And I had to stop him. I was like, no, you've been through this before. I've never, I've never had to deal with shit like this. I don't know what you're talking about. And he called me an asshole. But our experiences were just different. But anyway, I will say that nowadays I am going into it one with a healthier mindset because I'm in my alone time. I am doing the work, and again through therapy, I'm doing the work. Therapy was one of the best things I ever did, and probably something I should have did earlier. But when looking for someone, I always try to start with personality. And I've never thought that I had to agree with everything that someone else agrees with. I just think that we don't have to be volatile. I'm not going to say that word because I can't pronounce it, and it's going to sound crazy on camera.
Volatile?
Yeah, but I can't say it. If I say, I'm not going to do it right now.
Mm,
I got this little thing with certain words. I realized that about myself. It's part
understood.
of growth. Um, yeah, there's parts of when I'm trying to get to know someone now, and I realize how quickly my body tells me she's not going to be the one for you. And now I realize I don't know why, but from 25 to 26, these last a year and a half or so, I'm sitting here and like I really cannot. I don't want to sleep around. I don't want to casually date someone that I'm not going to try to get something further with. I don't know how long I'll have that mindset, but I know that like that's been my thing for at least a year now. And I'm sitting here, and if something really does not, I'm just not comfortable with, I realize you're not the person for me, and I don't want to be a part of that. But on the flip side of that, I'm realizing when I am truly intrigued into someone, I want that acquaintance. And maybe we don't have to, we never know where something's going to go, but I would like to pursue that. But it starts with the conversation, the personality. From the story I mentioned earlier, I told you guys I'm not the most religious. And that person made me interested in religion. Whoa, guys, this is so just, small things like that. I'm just looking into it. I'm just accepting whatever my brain and my body tells me. Well, just look into it and just see what happens.
Do y'all feel like, okay, so then we can backtrack a little bit, right? So what do you feel like contributes to you genuinely not knowing what you're looking for, no matter what age you are? What factors play a role in that?
Life experiences. You thought you were looking for something, and then maybe you get it, and then it's not exactly what you thought it would be, honestly. Because now I feel like currently, like I've been friend zoning a lot of girls. Like I don't even just hearing them talk is enough. Like I don't even need to get too far into it. I could tell.
Yeah, Mo, join the toxic side on this podcast. All right, go ahead. Y'all would let me take
Um,
all the hits. You know how much trouble I'm gonna get in after this? Say something bad. Shit.
yeah,
Sorry. Wait, did you ask what the question was?
yeah.
Well, I was saying like, oh, I mean, having the understanding of like dating at this point in time, like what factors really kind of make it like, I actually don't know. Okay, backtrack. My question was mostly just like, with everything that we've talked about thus far, like what factors contribute to you genuinely not knowing what you're looking for in a person? Or like, yeah, genuinely, like, what do you think like can derail you from genuinely not finding that person for you?
I think I do know, but I just think it's hard to find really. Maybe I just haven't found it. I know in general what I want, but will I find that? Does that person even exist? Like, I don't know.
Do you feel like it's because people have given up? I know a lot of people that have given up.
Have I given? No, I haven't given up, but I just feel like I just haven't found it. I definitely haven't given up. Still optimistic, hopeful. Um, I'm
Yeah.
still
I think
outside.
it's a good like energy to have. You got to be optimistic because when it gets tougher, you just got to keep going, keep checking.
And also, I feel like I don't want to say comfortable, but like I'm chilling single too. So it's like there's not really any rush. So I'm just taking what comes to me. But I feel like I'll know for sure. But I also know it's not. It's mostly not.
Shit, speak of yourself, I'm bored. I'm like committed to not sleeping with anyone who's not about to be my girlfriend. So that's and see that this has been a rough. Never mind, I'm not gonna say a time frame, but this is a new experience for me. Okay, this is I'm learning. I don't, and people have been saying I've been mean since I've made this decision. I don't know if
I don't
that's
think
not.
so.
That's what I said, but I don't
I
know.
think that's actually like a little sign of maturity if you think about it. Because you're not doing it just to I mean, yes, there are people that do it to fill a void, but you're doing it with intent to see it go past certain expectations and certain standards. Yeah.
Yeah,
Versus other people that's just like, I don't really give a crap. Like, I'm just gonna do what makes me feel good in that moment.
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying something. No, I don't want to say different because I'm painting myself to be terrible. I will say, honestly, what Mo said at first. Well, actually, wait, honestly, I can't quote you, but I will say this: I don't know what I'm looking for nowadays. I don't. I'm really going into everything with a fresh viewpoint. I'll say I have rethought about a lot of the situations I had that weren't relationships and why they didn't go there, and it always still goes back to a good personality. And now the unfortunate part about this is I was a little shy and awkward for about 7, 8 years. I was going through a lot. So now that I'm back and I feel great and Exclusive is here, I feel like some people may think I'm weird because I wasn't the same. But guys, I was going through things. I didn't have a good outlet, and I'm not good at asking for help, so I didn't share a lot. But now, I'm trying to spin the block. No, 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 I'm joking. But I'm trying to see some people. But to that point, I truly think that I don't think people have given up. I think everyone has an idea of what they like. Once you, I don't know. It really depends on the culture. One thing that's different, I know for myself, is I'm no longer in Jersey, where everyone kind of has similar experiences because you grew up here. I'm in, and as a sociologist, I've always wanted to travel and spend different places, get to know different societies. So for me, a lot of things that I've experienced or I think are norms are not the norms for the people that I'm meeting. And it's intriguing. And that helps me during this part of the conversation. But I also think that is something new in my life that a relationship would have to overcome because we may not have too many similar experiences, but we may have similar mindsets on something, or or we like similar shows, or we like doing, we'll find different interests to go with. And I've talked to people from different states. I've talked to people but actively where we don't have the same experiences. I don't know how many times I don't know too many times where we'll be able to just laugh over when I was 5, the Edison train station fell off the track. So I'm like, it's like, whoa, that's great. I remember that. Like, no, I don't have those experiences. So it's like, I really have to work. And I am not a fan of putting in effort. So that's new.
Yeah. I mean, they always said too, like, even trying to be with somebody, it should just be easy breezy. It should just,
That's a
you should
lot.
just find a level of peace within that one particular person
But
at some point.
that's a misnomer, though. Love is not supposed to be easy. Now, I mean, it shouldn't be hard to, to find someone to be interested in and maybe, set that up. But it takes a lot of work to keep it going.
It does.
So, at first, if we're just talking about finding someone to get to know someone, yeah, that could be easy. But it's not easy to keep it going. Otherwise, God, I'd be married happily ish.
Do you guys feel like, I mean, social media plays like a big thing like in the dating game now? I mean, we have online dating and all that stuff, and that's been around for like a decent amount of time, especially with all the newer ones opening up now. And like, I feel like it's funny. I remember watching a video, I don't remember who it was. They were making a joke about it. They were like, you know what? For all the single people that have been found across all of these like platforms, they need to literally just make something that's inclusive just for that in that way. I'm trying to remember what the joke was because I lost like the complete concept, but it had me freaking cracking up. Like it was on what was it, the Drew Barrymore show?
What do you say? Social media just for single people?
Kind of like online dating, just put them all in one bucket and just call it a day.
Oh, I saw that joke. Okay, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Your thoughts, sorry.
I mean, I do know this. As I get older, I put more boundaries up, and I want to stand by my boundaries. One thing I'm not doing is online dating. Now, Instagram is something different, but I won't do any of the dating apps. I kind of want to meet someone in person. I'm hoping that that gets to happen. Other than that, I mean,
In person, I think works better. But the only one what I would do is probably Instagram, like all the other dating apps. I don't know. Like I've met people off them, but it never went too well or went after a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's more like hooking up type thing. It works well for that, but in my experience, it is. So I think Instagram, but social media itself brings like a whole other aspect to dating in general, like, in terms of people like what they're looking for, their expectations. A lot of people form it from social media. So that just brought, I don't know if it's made it harder or what, but it's definitely changed the game. But
all right,
you gotta adapt if you want to find something.
all right.
But
That's what the
I don't
question
believe in
was.
getting mad at it. Like you just gotta adapt to it, really.
I forgot that's what the question was. Yeah, I don't think I've never been someone to really post my relationships too much on social media, so it's not gonna that's not gonna change. I don't really care. I mean, if my partner wants to, go right ahead, but I also know that I'm trying to be an artist, so I don't really think you want our relationship out there as much for everyone to see. I personally think that what we do, or even if you want to get like a personal account, keep it private, keep only our close friends in it, we can do something like that. But otherwise, my relationship isn't for everyone else. I don't care for 1,000, however, 100, or whatever people to see my relationship. They're not in my everyday life. It's so I'm cool off that, and that's not my stance on that won't change. I'm cool with coming home and seeing my partner, and we keep our amazing history for ourselves. We can print out these same pictures and put it on the wall in the house, or for we don't need to. Everyone, who cares? Who cares? That's that person right there who's filthy and in those comments just ignorant. I don't care what they think if we look cute. I don't care.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And it's funny because my ex that I met in the beginning of college, Justin, you're gonna know who I'm talking about. I met him literally through Instagram. That was probably one of the most transformative relationships I was in college, to keep it 100%, because it just, not saying that it went bad, is that I learned some lessons from that one. But my boyfriend now, I met him in person only like literally like a handful of times. I have to say maybe like 3. And then we reconnected over social media much later. Like we had each other as friends. But I met him in person. I never really did the interaction solely through
Mm.
Instagram, where I met him solely through Instagram. It's like I knew him first, and then we expanded on our knowledge of each other through social media. So I feel like I used it as like a benefit, or like a literal network, the way they want us to use it as.
Well, I mean that's amazing. To clarify, I just meant I'm not going on like Tinder Black or whatever them shits are. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. I don't care if someone
Yeah.
DMs you on Instagram and if I know you, that's cool. or if if we meet that way and then we just end up going on dates, I'm not opposed to it. Instagram is cool, but I won't do any of those swiping John. I'm not doing that or ever. I don't talk about my past, so I'm not gonna say whether I did it anyway. But yeah, to the point, I'd rather just meet somebody in person. Let's just figure it out, kick it. I just hope I kind of want that old fashioned kind of love, and we'll see if it happens. Or me
Well, I
and
mean, I
Moba
feel
are
like
outside. I'm sorry, what?
no. I mean, hey, I feel like okay. Don't get it twisted. I feel like when someone says like, actually, no, we take it so negatively because that means you're literally for the streets. But when I say like, or someone would say like, oh, like I'm outside, I would take that as like a good thing. Like, oh, you're actively like looking. I look at it from like a very like happy go lucky, not like, all right, now you got bodies on bodies on bodies because you're outside.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it
what
could be
outside
flipped
means.
in so many different ways.
Well, no, if you're outside, it means you're kind of being out.
I know what it actually means, but I try and look at it as like a okay. Like you can literally you could flip the script on anything.
And someone who does that, you know what that is? You know what that would be for me? Red flag. Why did everyone get quiet? Why would y'all just let that happen like that? Why didn't
Well, I was
someone just
waiting for
pick
you
up?
to continue.
All right, that's crazy.
You gazed into the sunset as if the sun was out.
I was
So,
hoping someone would laugh or keep the conversation going or some shit. Y'all just let that shit come out. All right, anyway. No, I just think I'd rather let's just be on the same accord. We all know what it means. Let's not try to change definitions to fit our liking. Let's just be honest. Either pick a different adjective.
I thought it was the one that Priscilla said. Honestly,
All right,
that's
so
what I
you're
remember when I
delusional.
said
You're
when I said
delusional too.
outside.
That's fine. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool. No one else thinks like that. That's no one else. So if someone says,
Probably
I'm just gonna look at
50-50.
you like, huh?
Probably 50.
It's not 50-50. It's very much a large. It's a bigger deficit, and I'm going to side with the people that know what it means.
Well, right now it's
oh, I
two
know what it
that agree
means.
and one over
I
there.
know what it means. Yeah.
Or I don't care if it's two against. That's fine. That's cool. Look at here. If someone tells me they're outside and then they try to clear it up like, no, I just meant I'm going out, going on. Use a different word. Because you because you don't try to clean it up because now I have an opinion of it. And I'm just supposed to forget? Now, how do we get here?
I guess. I get. No, that's very true. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I just feel like the whole concept of literally trying to get to know somebody is just so freaking difficult. Because also you got to protect yourself at the same time. If someone's literally like outside, well, first things first, people lie. They ain't gonna tell you the truth, no matter what the case is. You could be one of seven, and you're never gonna know.
Is being loyal to that person. Like she wouldn't even entertain me outside of having you have to deal with me when we're in person. I'm a hard person to get around. I'm here, I'm in your face. This is prime time. You can't avoid it in person. That's red. It comes off. I walk around with it. But she is not I can't even get a phone number. This is crazy.
All right, so question:
Shit.
what if you were one out of seven? Are you still pursuing, or is it
If I found
abort
that out
mission? Because right now
and
you
I
know of one other person.
had to work this hard during this week, shitting me. It's been a week. You know that I've never. Do you know who I am, Moba? You know me since Moba. You know me for a long time.
I'm just
No.
curious because, like she's saying, that could be the reality. And if I know that, I don't know how you feel about it. Like the thought of competing just rubs me the wrong.
You got to get rid of these.
So you would compete.
Absolutely not. No. You should have lied. You
So
shouldn't
I
have
have a
told me.
counter question.
You shouldn't have told me. I should like. What's up?
Definitely
Yeah.
lie to me. For sure.
So I guess a question to counteract that one would be: would you not necessarily saying that you would pursue if someone told you, but could you respect them if they did tell you versus you finding out in a very different way?
Yeah. I mean, wait. If it's seven people,
Not if it's seven, but like using that example, right? Knowing that this person has another person, right? And instead of them keeping it to themselves, because there are certain people that feel like they don't need to tell you, because some people just feel the need that they don't need to tell you. You run into that instance that, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I'm not settling. I'm actively, still putting myself out there, and there is other interests in mind. You don't have to necessarily, I feel like, pursue, which in this case, I know you probably would not be cool with that, but would you at least have respect for them in a way that they did tell you? Versus, now you hearing about, you get someone telling you, yeah, I just saw a girl, to dinner with some other dude. Now you just didn't know. Now you're like, what? What do you mean? She was out to dinner with somebody else.
Well, that's when you pull up. That's when the song comes from. That's when the song comes from. I'm like, where's
So
she
we
at?
forget the allegations entirely. You just pull
Where's
up on that person.
where's she at? I want to see it too. Shit, like I'm gonna pay the bill. Yo, table 6, get that? And I would just walk out. It actually took, I actually feel some type of way. But the gentleman side of me thinks that's so respectful that she does that, even if I don't know their whole situation, I didn't ask, and I don't care. But it's so respectful the fact that you express that you're dealing with someone, and that you guys may not be an item, but you're at least you've been doing this for however long, and that's what's going on. So you know, right, to answer your question, yeah, I respect her, and I'm not trying to pursue now.
Do I respect it? I guess. Cool. Respect it. But how does song go? I don't wanna know. Like real shit. Don't tell me nothing. Ignorance is bliss.
That's going to
But I
be my
mean,
next question. Would you rather not know?
like I'm saying that, but like I'm not an idiot, obviously. Like if we're not together and like you're an attractive person, obviously people are going after you. But to me, it's just the fact that you being open about it, which I guess you should be, but I personally would probably rather not know. But I'm gonna assume anyway. But like, we want me to discuss that.
Think what Moba said is how I've thought about it my whole life. Like, I prefer that. I prefer to know, because at least now I'm not sitting here just thinking that someone's not attracted to me, or that I'm wasting my time, because now at least I know it's like, oh no, maybe she is, maybe she's not, but she has a situation. So I'd rather know, just to, so I could put my priorities in other places, keep working on myself, maybe if someone else comes my way, I can know to actively pursue that person too. I don't want to try to pursue something that someone else may really have their hooks in. Like, you're about to be in a relationship and you out here stringing me along for what? Like, I don't got time for that. You know, I never.
Exactly. Right? Isn't that crazy?
Well, yeah. Mo, I'm gonna be honest. I've never had to experience this before. I think it's always been the other way.
Like that's why I feel like it's weird that she even said that because
I think it's respectful.
you say you think it's respectful.
Yeah, like, now I don't gotta waste my time trying to flirt with this child every day. I'm gonna still do. I'm just say good morning. How your day? I just care. She seems like a nice human. You know, I've never been on this side of the fence before. I think now I know how girls may have felt with me. I don't like it. I mean, I've always been open. I've never not said I wasn't talking to someone. I never said I never did that. So I think that's why I enjoy it, because I've never told someone I was not with somebody. I'm gonna tell you, hey, there's a lot going on over here, man. You gotta make a decision for you. Whatever's best. Let's see where this goes. Because you're dating. So I don't know. I like it.
No, that's not weird. I think yeah, it's like an attractive trait to
Yeah.
be able to be like, listen, like, here's the scoop, here's the real deal. You either, but it's also like, you know,
Moba's
you
triggered.
either
I think I'm just
wait,
looking at it
I
from a
didn't
different
intentionally mean to do
perspective.
that.
I think I'm looking at it from a different perspective. 'Cause so can we use your example this with
Hey, man, I already
so
did too much
she's
anyway. We
talking
might
to
as well.
someone, she's talking to someone, and she lets you know, but then she's still laughing at your jokes, and blah blah, doing this and that. You feel me? And y'all still doing all that. Like, how is that more
Whoa,
respectful?
whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna defend her now. We have
Feel
not.
some type, I would feel some type of way if that was my girl.
Well,
or
that's a
whoever
nice
I'm
girl.
talking to, blah blah, whatever.
Well, I'm gonna defend her and say, for one, guys, I'm pretty funny. Come on, it's hard not to laugh. I'm pretty. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I
But
mean,
the
I
other
see
side of
what
this is,
y'all saying, but like I'm more so looking at it from that way. Like that would rub me the wrong way. I know that.
if that
And
was
I
the
think the
case, that would
heart
be
and the
crazy.
brain, well, I said the heart as if it's the brain. Your heart and your brain are going to function in two different ways. Now, which
Yeah,
one is going to take over? That's the real question.
yeah. Come on, man. A lot of hearts lean towards me, Mo. Come on, baby. Come on, man. This is exclusive. This is exclusive. This is me. Did you hear the album? Come on, man.
I did. Yeah.
Come on, man. It's hard. I'm a hard act to follow. Hard act to follow. This is why I'm single now. Just confidence is insane. I only just got this back. Thank God. Well, we gonna have a good year, man. It's gonna be great.
Still the same.
I can only imagine the endless stories that you, sir, will have.
Yeah, Nat. Yeah, that's whoa. You're not gonna see any of it. Wait till you come visit.
I
Yeah,
won't.
it's gonna be shoot.
I
You
definitely
and
won't. That's a damn fact for sure.
that's
I
a
won't
lot.
see it.
You and your boyfriend, y'all gonna see it first. Y'all gonna see exactly what it's like. We gonna go to the club. Hey, y'all gonna be first row seat. You, Mo, your boyfriend, we all gonna be there. Happy family. You know what I'm gonna be doing in the club? Shot shooter. Lit. I think it's gonna go well.
I believe it too.
And I need
I
to hurry this up
certainly.
because we got to get to till the cops come knocking. We doing a lot of pulling up right now. To we need to
That's true. We gotta flip the script real
as
quick
I'm saying, I got to
because.
get to that. We got bedroom music. I just want to talk. I just want to talk to you.
All right. Wait. Okay. Talk your shit about it because from what I like perceived till the cops come knocking was that like, all right, now this person looked past all the allegation, looked past all the bullshit, stopped listening to the people just speaking in their ear per se, right? Now they fully listened to you. They gave you another chance. Now you're sitting on the end of the other end of whoa on the other side, and you're like, okay, you gave me a chance. Now crap. Now I see you more than just an opportunity. You are the opportunity, and I can never want like get tired of you. I just want to keep you here forever.
Excuse me. Before I go, Mo, what was your interpretation of till the cops come knocking? Because that was very interesting. That's an interesting story that you came up with.
I don't know. I just feel like it's just telling that story of like when you finally get that one that you've been trying to pursue. You've been pursuing her for a while. They've been playing hard to get, and then she finally gives you that chance, and then that's the outcome of like it's almost like an animal pursuing their prey a little bit. It's like you finally catch it, then y'all going from each other's cops start knocking. It's like that intense. It just personifies it perfectly.
The hunter and his prey.
Interesting. It's wow. No, I mean just hearing your perspective are fresh for me because I'll be honest, guys. None of that is what was in mind when I wrote that shit. I mean, that shit was quite frankly, I can't remember Christine's verse verbatim. I do know it was more along the loving side and you know having a unity with someone. I will say that obviously the first part in the chorus of the we're gonna make love until the cops come knocking is the aspect of us being with each other and the animalistic side. I'll give you that. We're doing something, and what's happening is happening. When it's happening, it's happening.
That's why the
But
popo was called.
exactly, like the neighbors are upset. It's crazy what's going on there. It's loud. We ain't turning no. Woo. Anyway, the baby's crying. Woo. What that is? Shut up. Anyway, but my verse at the end, the story that I tried to tell was actually about the fact that there is uncertainty with where we go next. And it honestly could be a final goodbye. And what I'm saying at the end is, I went through all of this, and honestly, we went through all of this. But I spoke from my perspective of saying, I took this time to learn your flaws. I learned the love that you give, but I also learned all of your secrets. And I took the time to learn your mind, body, flaws, and soul. Clandestine wings, my no fly zone. So where's the and I'm expressing my love. And even if you think that I don't like you, if someone's in your ear, if something went wrong, if there's a little bit of uncertainty, I want you to know from me, I'm looking you in your eye and I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I like you. I took all of this time. I did all of this because I was interested in you. Maybe I had a misstep, or maybe I was unsure. Maybe I didn't know where we were going to go, but we're here now. And if you're unsure, I want to get that out the way. Don't let anybody else, and which is why I ended like, don't let them break a happy home. Don't let anybody else in your ear tell you anything different. You're asking me a question, I'm answering you. This is my perspective. I did all of this because I want to be with you. And I wanted these moments that we're making to capture and have these forever. Don't let them ruin that. Once I did this and I'm tagging it, what I'm telling you right now, I stamp it. It's a brand name. This is exclusive. I stand by it. Paint my name and I own this. This is me. I'm telling you, I want to be with you. So it's more of a begging song. It's a heartbreak song in a sense, or a worry song, kind of like I'd say, not One Wish, but whatever. I'm losing my thought. Or what's my man who made? And you know what's up? I just left my baby girl's a message. That's the one I can't remember. What's my man? I can't remember his name of that. Yeah, it's like that.
That's
Like,
my jam. I have it in my playlist. She doesn't truly understand
right.
me.
It's honestly something like that to where I don't want you to. Yes, there were problems. This hasn't been the smoothest of rides, but I'm telling you right now, this is how I feel. What do you want to do? And if not, we did just had the cops. They was just called. You gonna let that go? You not everybody can't do what I do. You make a decision. You got to make a decision. But on the other side, it's like really. So honestly, that was my perspective when I wrote it. I'd be sad. So I just use a
I mean,
bunch of
can you
different
view it
words.
as like a what's the way I want to put it? Sorry, I like glitched out. Sorry, I glitched. Like a transition from like finally having that like epiphany. Okay, I didn't know what I wanted for all this time. Here you are, standing in front of me. Now I know what I want. What do you want? So it's almost like you flip the script.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great way to look at it. Exactly. That's a very simple way of simplifying that elongated ass answer I gave. Yeah. And let's not forget, the cops were just not like the cops had to knock. That is a very important part into the story. I don't know. That's important for a lot of people. What happens inside the sanctity? I said that wrong. Anyway, inside the bedroom, it's very important, guys. You won't get that up. I don't know. I've walked away from a lot of people, but a lot of people like me, you don't know what the next one might come. Like you might be sad after me. That's gonna suck. I'm gonna just keep going, be exclusive. Exo tour life.
What you got?
Mm, I don't know if I could follow that one.
I know that was a lot. That was a lot of deepness within. Like I don't know.
A lot of deepness, which makes sense, the writer of the song. Like me, I think it's just interesting how people can listen to one song and then have their own feelings on it. Really, it's like their own, or like they'll connect with different parts of it. For me, like when I listen to it, it's like a triumph song almost. Even though Justin just explained it, I'm wrong. I don't know. Like when I
You're
listen
not
to
wrong.
it, it's just more. Oh, I'm not okay.
No, you're not
Like
wrong. I mean, because on that same thing, if she chooses you, what's gonna happen for the rest of it? Them cops gonna be knocking, Mo. We did it,
mm,
baby. Every night.
But it could be viewed more than just the sexual aspect of it. It's like, oh, having that one person now, what are you gonna do if we in it, we locked in.
No,
There's
that's a part of it
no.
too. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
exactly.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I see that.
that's a big part because obviously with that, again, we're sharing secrets and we're learning so much about each other. So it's very much an open for interpretation. I try to do that with all my songs. One, so that whoever I may be writing about or whomever maybe stories influence this, they can't go online and say that this is about them because I don't know how many people I want to claim. But for that same reason, to give people a way to be able to interpret it for yourself and for it to be something that you guys can go home with and say, hey, this works for me in this aspect. And I'm okay with that.
I have a fun question to ask y'all.
What's up?
Would you rather be with someone who's kind of already spun the block than somebody who hasn't at all?
I'm sorry, can you elaborate?
For the block.
Yeah.
Like someone who's already had their hoe phase. Like would you rather be with somebody who has had their hoe phase or is just ending that hoe phase than someone who hasn't experienced it at all?
Definitely Hopi. Maybe even if she's currently still in it. It might be alright. Definitely, for sure. I feel like if she hasn't experienced her whole phase, it's not even gonna work out. Like if you want something stable, like it's not gonna work. I feel like that's a necessity.
I guess everybody would look at the hoe phase kind of being a little bit different. Like some people fully throw themselves into it, and then other people sprinkle it.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Really
think
want to
that
have a mature answer.
Well, you better have a mature answer.
he doesn't have to be mature.
It's very hard to be mature for this. I'll say this. Through my years of dating and et cetera, I've never been happy about certain decisions I've made personally, and I wish I may have done some things differently sometimes. Not even sometimes. I'm actually always actively saying I wish I did things differently. So I always go back to the mindset of what you were in when these decisions were being made. And that's what's important to me. And I also know a lot of people, and I'll say men and women, where they never had a whole phase and they didn't feel the need to. And I like the mentality of why. Now, not to say that you can't or you can or can't. Everyone's free to do whatever they did, and I can't sit here and act as if I'm the most holy as a person in that sense. But I do say that the reasoning behind whatever your actions were is what's important to me more than the results. And that will still be my answer for what is upcoming to that question. So if the next person I meet has had one or has not, I would like to know just the reasons and where your mindset is. Your
Can we
mindset.
clarify whole phase? Because the whole phase to me just means like you're single, mean you're dating, you may sleep with people, you may not, and like you're probably not in a relationship with those people. It doesn't actually like necessarily mean like you out here like holding for it. It just means
Oh,
like
I was talking
you're
about the
single,
second one.
dating or whatever. Like that's what I mean by whole phase.
Oh,
Like
I
you
was
start
referring
that
to the
single
second
phase.
one. So I see. Okay, so we taking it. See, that's what I'm saying. We all gotta have one set. That we gotta go with the
Yeah,
consensus here, guys.
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I was going with the second one. So my answer is going to stay the
Like
same to
actual
save
hope.
myself. You know, I'm I'm gonna abstain. I'm gonna try to save myself a little bit because I've said a lot today.
I don't know if I mean, I would personally want to deal with somebody who's been done. Like they retired it. Like they're tired of the cycle. But at the time they weren't tired of the cycle. They found it exciting. You know, it was something that you could consistently do and not have to worry about all the other responsible parts that come with, you know, transitioning into being with that one individual. It's kind of like the world is your oasis. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
You know,
Just keep swimming.
th- that's, you know, that's, I respect everything that you both just said. You know what? I think my new expectation would just be, you know, that the person that I would be dealing with would allow me to write love songs next. That's all I got. My next, since because
Okay.
it's not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep writing music about people in my life. So, you know, all I know is the next person that I get with, I hope that the songs that come out are just love songs from that person. All right, that's the clip that's getting posted, by the way. That one, that's gonna save me before this episode comes out. So that's gonna make that's good shit. But what happened?
Wow. I think we hit almost 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we did good here.
Yeah,
I think we did good.
yeah. You know what? I think we've done it. You know, I think I've done enough. I'm very. This was great. You guys are. You know, I gotta watch. I gotta watch you, Nat, and Moba. You're never a good influence, but I feel like you guys could have stopped me from saying some of the shit I've said. But
Wow.
we're gonna talk about
This
it.
is the purpose. You're supposed to be the one that speaks the most.
I'm starting to
That's you.
realize how bad that may be in the future, but
Literally,
we're gonna see.
you're the star.
It's bad enough I write
You
music.
make it to be.
Yeah, it's bad enough I write music about people. This might be taking it a little too far. We'll see though.
But with that being said, I think we've done a number on these topics. You want to kick it off? You want to end it? Wrap it up?
Absolutely. Please, all of you guys, dive into your souls, into the essence of your being. But do not, and I cannot stress this enough, don't let a few moments in a lifetime of a series define who you are. Those very few finite moments. When you have a long life ahead of you, don't let them define who you may be. Even if you were a hoe, don't let them define who you may be. Because on another day, and at another time, during another anecdote, we would love to listen to your stories, and I would love to keep messing up my life telling some. So this is great. Until next time, everyone, it's been exclusive, Mr. Exo, Nat Rose, the illustrious, gorgeous, intelligent individual, and my great, great brother friend, my dog, my main man, Mo Boogie Moba. We again thank you for being a guest here during this first season. This was phenomenal, and I'm going to sleep after this. But everyone,
Same.
have a great night. Thank you all. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Peace.